Why everyone hating Kerala online? Mainly from BJP supporters? Criticisms fair or exaggerated? Why superiority complex or anti-BJP stereotype? Kerala's real strengths and ignored problems? Mostly amplification, real political rivalry exists, but algorithms push extreme voices. Majority of Indians don't actively hate Kerala, but some does. Hated by many, defeated by none. Look at this map. This is India, home to 1.4 billion people, a massive, booming economic powerhouse. But if you zoom all the way down here to this tiny, narrow sliver of land squeezed between the mountains and the Arabian Sea, something weird happens. If you look at standard economic textbooks, they tell you a very simple story. If a place has low industrial output and a modest per capita GDP, its people should, theoretically, have lower life expectancy, poorer healthcare, and lower literacy. Wealth equals well-being, right? Except Kerala completely breaks the textbook. Infant mortality? It's lower here than in many developed nations. Life expectancy? They call it the Kerala model of development. It's a real-world paradox where a society achieves first-world human development scores on a third-world economic budget. How did this happen? How did this one specific strip of land isolate itself from the systemic struggles of the developing world? To understand why Kerala is so different, we have to look at its geography. Kerala was physically cut off from the rest of the Indian subcontinent by a massive wall of mountains called the Western Ghats. Because it was hard to get to by land, Kerala didn't experience the same geopolitical land wars as the rest of the north. Instead, its face was entirely turned toward the open ocean, driven by a single commodity, black pepper. And spices, this coast became the global crossroads of the ancient world. Phoenicians, Romans, Arabs, primary education, and grassroots healthcare. But this brings us to the twist, because if you build a society where every single citizen is highly educated, highly literate, and healthy, but you don't build a massive internal industrial economy to give them corporate jobs, what happens to all those educated people? They leave. This is the state of Kerala. On paper, it makes absolutely no sense. Let's look at the data. The literacy rate in the United States is around 79% to 86%, depending on how you measure functional literacy. In Kerala, it's over 94%. In fact, it's effectively near 100% for the younger generation. It mirrors parts of Europe and North America. Yet, the average income here is a fraction of what a person earns in the West. Economists around the world actually have a formal name for this anomaly, and Chinese traders were landing here thousands of years ago. This forced the region to become highly globalized, pluralistic, and literate out of sheer commercial necessity long before colonization even began. When you fast forward through history, through unique social reform, movements in the 19th and 20th centuries, and waves of political shifts, the leaders of Kerala didn't focus on building massive heavy industrial factories. Instead, they heavily invested public money into two specific things: